Hello, everybody around the world. I'm LLBlueDragon, and welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello and hi, and hello. Hope everyone's doing great. Hope everyone's doing fantastic today. Now, today we are going to continue more of Monster Prom. Now, last time that we left off, we basically were trying to get some of the endings for some of the characters, and we actually tried to get a prom date for Calculaster, but unfortunately that failed. But on the side of that, not all failed, because at least we now know what to do now when we want to go and date with Calculaster and stuff like that. Just to get to know him a little bit and everything like that, and see how things work with that. So hopefully this time we actually get a new ending, sort of say, from some of the characters and see where this goes from here. So yeah. So with that being said, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, we do this and a little quick of that, and there. And there we go. Alright. Let's see. Let's see what we get today. Just gonna get the... Oh.
Sure thing.
Alrighty. Just skipping all this. And getting right to the source. Okay. A radioactive possum just bit you. What superpower did you get? The incredible power of writing fan fiction so compelling that the actual creators of the TV shows decide to go with my ideas and crazy ships. The superpower of always choosing the right combination of emojis to get the desired reaction from all people, with my loved ones, burning my enemies, settling an argument, and even convincing complex emotional thoughts. Probably rabies. I go to a hospital immediately. This. Okay, you get the chance to produce a movie. It's based on two cool guys walking away from rad explosions, and they don't look at the explosions. They don't give a F about the explosions. They reflect on life and love, but it is super dope and kick-A because they do so walking away from never-ending explosions. Something about superheroes, but with a love triangle between a beautiful yet somewhat relatable girl. Maybe she's always stating she's a mess. And two of the super hot superheroes, which are also like vampires or pirates or both, instant hit. The most influential Russian novelist of the XIX century has gone nuts. They don't remember anything about last night, and now they can't find the manuscript of the brothers Karamazov and Dostoyevsky. Have to deliver it today. Sorry if I get those words wrong. But man, getting back to the superhero thing, I just have to say that there's an absolute good reason why I am more of a Marvel fan instead of a DC fan. Like, if there's any franchise that I would choose between one of those two things, it would be definitely Marvel. For a very good and specifically good reason for that. The last time I tried to actually watch, like, a DC movie, it was not very good at all, nonetheless I say. But like the only thing that DC has going for me is Batman. That is basically the only movie that I can think of from the DC universe that I would say this is a good movie. This is a good movie. All of their other movies are just flat out terrible. Just flat out terrible. Like, I remember watching Superman. And Superman's like really cool and stuff like that. I've seen a couple of Superman movies. And like, I know there's one coming out pretty soon. And everything like that. But like, I remember watching that movie. And I was just full on, flat out, confused as heck. Because there's like a scene where he's just like on the farm. And then you cut to a scene where he's like in space. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. How do we actually skipped from like going on a farm to now we're just in full on costume form facing our enemy in space. It's like as if I just blinked and I missed the entire movie. But then we get back and he's like working in an office business. And I'm just like, what? Did I miss something? Like, what is even happening? Basically, in any kind of sort of way, DC, in their movies, they would just chop up. Like, they would just chop up as if they're like chopping like fish with like a knife. And just like try to piece them all together. Like sewing them and stuff. But they're all like in different sizes for like the fish and stuff. And it's like, yeah, we actually made a good fish. But it's all just like mangled and formed and falling apart and something. That is basically like what it is in a nutshell for DC. That is what it is in a nutshell for DC, for me. You know? But I will have to say, I totally forgot. I will have to say, Suicide Squad was actually pretty okay. I really did enjoy watching Suicide Squad. I do like watching Batman. Batman movies are awesome. But I recently watched like Birds of Prey. And like, it was doing that same stuff again. It was literally doing that same stuff again. Where basically you're just like going all over the place from like one scene that happened earlier. And then like the next scene that happened like a few days later on and stuff. And I'm just like, can you please just put everything in order so that way my brain doesn't go all over the place? Like, it's nuts. It's literally nuts. It's like, why do you do this? Why do you do this? Okay, maybe if you do it like once or twice, I will understand. But during the entire movie, yeah, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave, okay? Birds of Prey was actually kind of good, but it's just like, eh. Like, if it was like really good, then they wouldn't do all that choppy stuff that they did throughout the entirety of the movie, okay? Birds of Prey was kind of okay-ish if they have not done all that choppy stuff. But yeah, that's like a reason why I don't like DC at all. Like, I just don't at all because they do that stuff. And like some of the superheroes I just not actually got like attached to. I grew up watching Marvel movies like the Hulk, Spider-Man, and all that stuff. Like, I grew up watching those movies, and those movies were awesome. And like watching some DC, it's just like, to me it's just, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, there are some that are good, like Batman, and then there are some that just aren't, you know? But, I don't know, it's basically my opinion, but if I had to choose a side between Marvel and DC, I would definitely choose Marvel. Like, I have a few favorites from Marvel, and that's basically it. But, like, for both shows, it's just, like, up and down and stuff. I'm not very much of, like, a superhero type person. I'm not into, like, superhero movies sometimes. but it just morally depends on what it is. Then maybe I'll be interested in watching it. Because I remember watching... Okay, you guys are gonna be furious for me when I actually say this stuff. I got into watching My Hero Academia. I started watching My Hero Academia, and I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. So, this is kind of like an interpretation of like Sky High. And if you guys don't know what Sky High is, bruh, sit down and watch that movie. That movie is great, okay? That movie is great. Watch Sky High. It is a Disney movie. Just go watch Sky High. It's pretty good. So I was like, okay, so this is like an interpretation of it. Just a bunch of kids wanting to actually be superheroes and actually learn their powers, and everybody has their own powers. Some don't, some do, and it's just morally of that. But then as time progresses, I slowly just started to not be interested anymore. Like, some of the villains were actually really good with their superpowers and everything like that. And then it's just that okay, they're actually fighting. They're actually fighting between the bad guys and everything. Like, the superheroes are fighting the bad guys and everything. But then there's just this one part of me. There's this one scene in the movie where literally the cops is talking to the main character and saying, yeah, we don't want to actually fight the villains. Excuse me, what? Excuse me. So, let me get this straight. So you're telling me that these kids, these superheroes, are fighting the bad guys and everything like that. They're fighting the bad guys, and you don't want to fight them with their powers. So you want to fight the villains, but don't actually fight them. And like, in all of the superhero movies that I have seen throughout my entire existence of life, villains and superheroes use their powers to actually literally obliterate them up until one of them wins. And they don't do this in My Hero Academia. It's just like, oh yeah, you can use your superpowers, great hero and everything like that, but we don't want you to fully do that, okay? We don't want you to fully do that and everything like that. No. Just give them a little knock in the punch, and we're trying to capture them and contain them and not use your full-on axis of powers. Then what is the point of being a hero then, when you can literally not use your powers for the purpose of, like, that show? What is even the purpose of it? What is even the purpose of using your superpowers when literally they're just gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna try to contain them. Bruh, this guy is literally having fireballs out of his, like, hands. This girl is literally transforming into other people. This guy can literally just disintegrate you with just like 5 fingers of a touch. Bruh, they're using their powers to the maximum. And you're just like, well, we're gonna try to contain them and not fully use your powers. What is even the purpose of this show anyway? What is even the purpose of this show anyway? When heroes is just gonna dodge their way and try to contain them and not use their powers for like a good purpose, and just like not fight the villains when the villains are literally fighting them. Like, it doesn't make any sense. The show really doesn't make any sense at all. Like, clearly it doesn't. Out of all my existence of life of watching superhero movies, this show really does not make any sense. Like, I love the characters, I like the villains and stuff, but then when it comes to like the whole full-on strategy of it and everything, yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. It's like there's no purpose to actually be a hero when literally the main goal of being a hero is for you to fight the villain. But they're like, oh no, 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 we don't want you to fight the villain that's literally trying to obliterate you. Your job is to contain them while you're actually getting beat up. And just like 5 minutes into the battle, he's literally just destroyed half of your army, and you're just by yourself. And you contain one guy when there's like 100 more guys that you have to contain. Like, bruh, there's no purpose of this. There's no purpose of the show at all anymore that I can see. Like, I got so fed up when they started doing that stuff. When they started, like, realizing, and I started realizing, and, like, they say and everything, and it's just like, okay, then what the heck? What is the purpose of being a hero then? What is the purpose of being a hero now, when literally you can't use your powers? Like heck, I might as well just be a regular human being rather than doing all that stuff. I'll just let the villains roam around. I'll just let them go and do their business. And I'll just live somewhere else. But yeah, that's literally my opinion about it. It's literally my opinion. And like, the show really doesn't make any sense at all. Like, there's a lot of things I can understand, but that series, yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. It really doesn't make any sense at all. What's the point? What is the purpose of being a hero when literally your job is to not use your superpowers and try to contain them? Contain the bad guys. And not fight them. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, I just want to put that out there. I'm really sorry for all the fans out there that are part of My Hero Academia. I'm really, really sorry. But that's honestly my opinion about it. But nonetheless, I will say, Dobby is a pretty good villain. I like Dobby. Dobby's cool. Alright, I'm gonna choose this. What is the easiest type of knowledge a lover can have? A bachelor's in engineering, how to set stuff on fire, occurs 80s movie trivia, lyrics to all Disney songs, all the principles to building a functional empire, and accurate approximation of all visual creatures. This. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? It's okay. We invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners. Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. 100 push-ups. No. 200 push-ups. They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit on other people's hysteria? Okay. I suppose I'll binge my favorite anime for the 34th time. There. Alright, let's go to class. That day, you listen to your elders and learn a valuable lesson. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. You catch the tail end of a classic SOE/calculus exchange. But student X teacher Vic is super overdone. It makes me really uncomfortable because, like, the inherent imbalance of power. Like, could you imagine how problematic it would be if PG's hooked up with one of us? Yuck.
server error.
I cannot seem to recall what Principal Giant Spire looks like anyway. Image PNGs, not found. Ah, the joys of new students adjusting to the roles of Spooky High.
Let's get down to business.
Whoa, hey! Hello. You there! Killing machine! An absolute terror! Rude! I need an impressive ally in my fight against the region of the LLBlueDragonLiveStream over the 8th circle of hell. Input quimpity response around your sense of fashion being from the 8th circle of heck. I have no need for your robo-criticism. What I need is the power of being beyond the average monster to aid my glorious and righteously justified takeover. No thanks, I'd rather just write a steamy fanfic in which you and Damien are a chip who hates us just to annoy you for annoying us. We need to act now while King and King Levy are distracted by throwing an admittedly adorable themed brunch. I'm not leaving without one of you with me. Holy S, she really means it. Time to help one of your classmates out. Guess you better decide which one you don't like. School is full of tough choices. That be true. Dahlia, don't be fooled. This Eldritch being is clearly under Damien's spell already. Look at all of these pictures she drew of Damien shirtless. She's a Lavi sympathizer. No, calling this robot a killing machine is inaccurate. A real killing machine would be a tank, and he's not a tank. So he's worthless. Go look for a tank. This? There we go. What? She's drawing hundreds of these? Yes? Yes, I have. Girl. Damien from Spooked High Pirate. Damien from Spooked High Seas. Doctor. Damien from Spooky ICU. Why are they all so compelling? Because Damien is a spicy red as he does look very... No, Dial, snap out of it! The Lavies must be destroyed from their arrogance and monopoly on heck.
You're the saddest bunch I've ever met.
Hervey, the Aspal Terror, you're out. Let's go. Killing machine. Error label killing machine. Inaccurate. Deciphered found file friendship with Damien Levy. Seriously? With the amount of violence and arson he's commits, you would think someone in this school would be willing to betray his family? And when I find such a student who to the wicked in this case being the region of the Lavies. Thank goodness she's gone. Now we can start on the Dialfic. What do you think, Blue? Damien or Dial as their ship name? Dial. Oh, it was for Zoe. Okay. Whoops, I thought it was for Calculester. Oh well, it's okay. does definitely just look like misspellings of their actual names, but rather than telling Zoe that, you enjoy her enjoyment by gaining 2 fun and 1 boldness.
Alright.
Okie dokie, let's see for the shop.
Give me your money.
Okay, that's for... okay. Let's see. Are you tired of having teeth? You can now exchange them for money. Oh, that's $10. Wait, is that like a, is that an event? Let me see if that's an event. Let's see. Let me see. It says fairy in a bottle. Fairy in a bottle. Fairy. Oh yeah, it is an event. But I don't have the money for it. I don't have the money. Oops. Maybe we'll just give mystery gifts and see what it is.
Catch you later.
Drawing from a random kid. I think we already did this one, didn't we? Because I think that's Scott's. Yeah, that's Scott's. Let's see if we can go to the library and get some money.
Alright.
Okay, that day you spent some time on the library's PC, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of selling other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a fraudulent scam? You lose 100 karma. You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares, and you gain 2 money. You notice Lemmy off by himself, happily drawing some steamy hot Y. You head over to say hi, but Zoe beats you there.
Oh, hey.
Hey Lemmy, what you doing? Illustrating some erotic fanfic. Can I join you? No and no, you over enthusiastic. For your information, what I'm drawing is called Y, and it is not fan fiction, it is high art. I know what Y is. I have the internet too, but what? Isn't Y kind of, you know, problematic? Problematic? A thing that I'm doing? How could you even think such a thing? Well, I don't know. I mean, I post some Y online recently, and some people got really mad at it. They say it trivializes authentic gay relationships or something. I just wanted to explore the dynamic between Lemmy and Damien in comic form.
Enough.
Okay, first of all, that is my storyline, and you have no right popularizing it. Second of all, I already told you why is high art, and high art is only problematic to Grindies.
What?
But if it's high art, why are you drawing 2 Ninja Turtles giving each other... last word. It's called irony! Leave me alone! You don't Zoe will leave Lemmy alone until this disagreement is resolved, which means you've got your work cut out for you, but whose side to support? True, Zoe. Why can be problematic, but only when written through the dehumanizing female gaze of male on male love. Lemmy's gaze is on apologetical male, so there's no problem. Don't you see, Lemmy? Why is a gluten of all art world? Last one? Oh. Whoops. Ah, yes. Gluten for the Latin word meaning glue. Of course you are right. Why truly is a glue that holds all other art forms together. What good would painting, drawing, sculpting, and interprevent dance be if not for the steamy, uncurrent, and noble why provides? Lemmy, I think blue means like wet glue. You know, stuff a lot of cool people don't eat because they say it's bad for them.
So.
Oh, that's a thing. It sounds like a popular trend, which is probably why I don't know anything about it. Curses. Out hypester again. You lose 2 fun and 1 creativity.
All right.
Okay, we go to the library again, and then we buy the ferry. That day, you spend some time on the library's PC, mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guess that nobody actually has any idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain 2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million. Which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so 2 money. You're happily examining the S crayon drawing you got from the store, thinking about what kind of frame will enhance its childish colors and stupid composition when Scott approaches you.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Blue, is that a drawing? Is that a picture? I love pictures. Coach says 1 picture is worth 1,000 words, and there are so many words I love, like pizza and good and boy, and a picture must be even better. What is your picture saying, bro? It looks like a little stick person holding hands with 2 big stick persons, and also there's a house and the sun has hair. You pantedly explain to Scott that this is a picture of a family and that those are solar rays, not hair.
Awesome, bro.
Oh, so those 2 big bros are protecting the little bro? I get it. What? No. You tell Scott that the 2 big stick figures are parents. Parents? Wow, so that's what parents look like? I totally have some parents, but...
Oh.
well, I never actually seen them. That's okay, though. Once a year, they sneak into our house in the middle of the night and leave me Christmas presents because I'm a good boy and they love me.
Go home, loser.
Ha! You baby! You still think parents leave Christmas presents in the middle of the night? That's a myth! It is?
Huh?
Yeah, everybody knows that all Christmas gifts are delivered by St. Claus, and a bearded home invader with lobster hands and cookie fetish. But my parents, I think think I'm a good boy. Psst, Blue Dragon, are you just gonna stand there and let those jerks ruin Scott's innocence? Distract them. Well, you know this is a serious situation if it's causing Vera to show empathy. Quick, divert Scott's attentions by start a discussion on the history and development of jazz as a musical art form. Make a silly face. I don't have fun, so this 5 hours later. Look, I'm just saying that jazz is less a vehicle for African Americans' liberation, that it is a mural to cultural person and appropriation. Just because a musical genre becomes radicals doesn't evaluate its contributions to society at large. Guys! Maybe jazz is simply a lens through which all major sociological conflicts in 20th century can be viewed regardless of your personal political orientation. Or maybe it's just cool, fun music that's nice to hear. I don't know, I'm sleepy. I'm gonna get some pizza and have a nap.
Great.
Whew, that was close. Nice work, Blue. And as for you, jerks, the heck were you thinking? Sorry, I guess emotionally harassing our little cousin is our way of coping with our unstable home life. But you've got to admit, it's weird that Scott's been living with us and our grandma his whole life and still hasn't realized our parents aren't coming back. Yeah, I can relate to that. And maybe it would be better for him to accept the truth. I just don't think he's ready yet. And you know, true friendship is like jazz sometimes. It's about the difficult truths you don't say. You're right. Thanks for helping to keep the lie alive, Blue. You're a true bro. For your good deed and deep knowledge of jazz history, you gain 2 creativity and 1 charm.
All right.
Alright. I'm gonna go to this table. So, let's try and do this event. And see where this goes.
No refunds.
And remember, the first rule of Shop Club, no refunds. Okay, so either we get that or this.
All right.
Alright. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular combat. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. Later you head by the local pizza parlor to help Vera collect her protection money. You notice Scott moping around outside. Okay, we're still gonna do this, aren't we? So I guess we do like the fairy one like later or something. Maybe. Maybe. Hey Scott, what are you doing outside the pizza parlor? Well, actually, we actually did this before.
Ah.
We actually did this before. Let's just go with, yeah. Let's go with something else. Oh, heck yeah. You love making a scene. You kicked in the doors of the pizza place and starts flipping tables. I don't have any ligament complaints, you scream, but I'm a social media influencer and I deserve pizza. We don't just give free pizza to every influencer who comes in here and starts flipping tables, says the manager. If we did, we'd be broke. Eat crust, Tiny D, you howl. Give me a pizza or I'll burn this place to the effing ground. Don't you dare threaten my mom! Scott punches you so hard your skeleton comes out. You weren't even sure you had a skeleton. F! You appear to have lost your skeleton. I can put it back in for you, but it's gonna cost you. God dang, Vera. God be Vera and her for-profit surgical schemes. You get your bones back, but you lose 2 fun and 1 money. Okay, probably this time we're not gonna do it.
All right.
Let's just go to class. That day you were astonished by new stuff you learned in class. You thought high school was all about doing stupid stuff with your friends and trying to find true love. Who would have thought that class could actually be useful? What a nice surprise. You gain 1 valuable lesson, good luck trying to use that within the game, and 2 smarts. Suddenly you feel the cold embrace of a dagger at your throat. You recognize the blade, it's the slasher. You close your eyes and prepare for the eternal sleep of death. It's about time.
Adventure.
Prepare to give me a generous gift. You open one eye and see the Slayer eyeing your bottle fairy. Here we go! And it's on the 3rd week! We can't do this. There's no way we can be able to do this. Team Monster Prom magazine said bottle fairies are in this season. Who cares if you have to imprison a harmless creature of light? Fashion is more important than freedom. You foolish mortal. I can't believe you just wearing this thing. Bottle fairies are for adventurers. They give you important advice on winning boss fights, and they remind you what you're supposed to be doing, and they heal you once you've fallen into battle, restoring up to 6 hearts of health. Is this a straight up reference to Link? Is this a straight up reference to Zelda right now? Is this a straight up reference? Oh my gosh. Because like I remember seeing a playthrough of like Zelda where you have like an annoying fairy right beside you and he makes like a bunch of noises and it's like so annoying and like it heals you and stuff. And it just reminds you constantly, but yet you have to hear that horrible like sound over and over and over again. This is straight up definitely a Zelda reference. Gimme the fairy! No, it's my fairy! I got it! Why not? The Slayer probably needs the fashion help more than you. You hand over the bottled fairy. No, I want the fairy! And she immediately pops open the bottle. Oh, a fairy. It glows like the moon.
I'm Nora. Tell me about yourself.
Whoa! Whoa! The fairy's got the wings and everything! She does look like the fairy from Zelda. Adventurer, the time has come for you to begin your journey. Oh, heck yes! Get ready. Forces of evil and effery. Now I'll know. I'll always remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Look, probably the next thing she says, yes, your first mission is to have a cup of tea. I'm here to guide you as you fulfill your destiny of emotional maturity. Wait, what? My destiny is to bring death to all monsters. For it is I, Nora the fairy therapist. She's a fairy therapist! You can call me as therapist, if that's easier. I'm a licensed social worker. Oh! Wrong fairy! No! You're supposed to be my sidekick while I kill monsters! You're totally in the wrong Jane! Interesting. Now tell me, where do you think all of this anger is really coming from? You know, probably this will give us more backstory of the on the Slayer. Probably.
Unbelievable!
I'm angry at you! I'm on an adventure here, and you're supposed to be helping! You useless ball of fluff, duh! But isn't self-discovery the greatest adventure of all? Oh no. Watch out, fairy. Suddenly you heard a massive war. A fearsome Lionel is attacking. It's a half horse, half flying creature, and it's totally original to this game and has never been featured in any other famous game franchise. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on. I need to look this up. What is that? What? No! It is straight up, dude. Okay, it's definitely a confirm of like, it is definitely confirmed of Zelda, because I looked it up and it's literally the guy, the centaur guy from Breath of the Wild that I literally ignore all the time and don't dare to face him. And literally as you scroll down, it says Zelda Wikipedia. So this confirms that this is a Zelda reference. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yes, this is a Zelda reference. Uh-oh, I don't have enough experience points to kill a Lionel by myself. Welcome to the team, Blue! Don't drag me into this! I don't even know how to defeat this thing either! Even in the game itself! The Slayer hands you her dagger. Looks like you'll be drafted into a Lionel killing army of 2, so this is a pretty typical Tuesday for you. I guess so! Hey, listen. Lionels come and go, but you should help your friend get to know herself a little better. Help her kill the Lionel inside herself. Amazingly, you can actually be helpful in this situation because you're secretly the most overpowered RPG class. A compliment caster? a ranger, but like a ranger who's super nice and cares about your friends. Okay, so it's either Clasher or Ranger. Let's go with this one. As a compliment Clasher, you know that your skills work best when you stay back and buff the fighter on your team. You spend 15 mana casting a powerful compliment onto the Slayer, emphasizing her tenacity and seniority, and how she's really becoming a part of the school's community, even though she wants to murder almost all of her classmates because they're monsters.
Let's adventure together.
Wow, I don't know what to say. I mean, I guess your compliment increases Slayer's critical attack by 40%, and she has no problem stabbing the Lionel in its big dumb heart. It's dead! We kill an innocent creature. I mean, a deadly monster. I'll dance on your grave, beast. That was the last Lionel in existence. They're extinct now. Yay! Oh god!
This is exactly what we needed.
Dancing is a powerful form of self-expression. While we're dancing on the creature's grave, why don't we reflect a bit on your emotions? On our emotions. Oh, right. I guess that's a good idea. Thanks for your help, Blue. You can dance on the grave of this beast too, if you want, but just this once. Of course you wanted to. You're always down to dance near a corpse. You gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Oh my god.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the shop,
Money.
and then I'm just gonna skip and just go over to the next day.
All right.
Okay, let's go here. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worth anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reasons to keep playing and gains a sense of self-worth. You gain 1 BFF. Sadly, she's not part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen and 2 charm. The Slayer subtly get your attention by chucking a battle axe at your head. What? Why don't you just step on the soda and say hello instead of throwing an axe at my head?
The adventure.
Sup?
Begin.
Sup, NPC? Enjoy your daily loop. What? You can't believe the Slayer is accusing you of being a non-playable character, but to be fair, you do spend most of your days walking back and forth between predictable locations and reciting the same 4 lines of dialogue. You know what? Fair enough. Listen, I decide to make you a permanent member of my team. You're welcome. Now, come on, loser. We're going slaying. Suddenly, an adorable and emotional, intelligent fairy flies out of the Slayer's pocket. It's Nora, the therapist.
The real dungeon is within yourself.
Aravi, why do you feel the need to belittle your friend? Are you afraid that he might not want to join your team? Ugh, enough with your side chop bubble. He is not my friend, he is my teammate. I'm a tank, so I need a support character to get the perfect team balance.
Huh?
I find it fascinating how you're building these walls around your emotions. By tank, do you mean self-esteem? And by perfect team balance, do you mean healing my deep-seated rage issues? I don't have rage issues! Rah! You infuriating cotton ball, I have monster issues. Specifically, my issues is that there are too many monsters still alive. Help me understand your perspective on this. What is the point of slaying all of the monsters? Slaying monsters will make the world better. And safer. And justice!
Huh?
Oh, okay. We just had a breakthrough. Justice implies that these monsters deserve to be slain. What do they do to deserve that? Arivia? Hey, listen. You hold the key to your heart's future. It's just... Celia. Wait a second. F thinking. F self-reflection. I am here to slay. Get away from my feelings, you Faridian fairy. Listen, teammate. For our next adventure, we're going to go steal some golem eggs from the poison spewing bridge demon, and then place them in the fires of heck. They'll hatch into mortal dragons, and then we'll slay the immortal dragons. Arivia, I would love if we could find a healthier outlet for these emotions. Let's explore some non-violent activities. How about we do a trust fall exercise? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Let's just try to get to the... Let's try a more safer option. Instead of that.
All monsters must die.
Or we could go find Baphomet's harpsichord, learn the ancient melody of vengeance, and crush the moon into all of the monsters. Alternatively, we could spend the afternoon meditating, journaling, and having honest, frank conversations about your mother's parenting style. These two are never going to agree on an adventure, and you desperately need to boost up your stats if you're going to be ready for the Water Temple. Luckily, you know an adventure that will be equal part epic and personally enriching. Let's journey into the depths of Elves, the religious dungeon of meaningful self-discovery. We shall better relax us. Knight of the Order of Yoga. Okay. So this would be for smarts, and this would be for bold. Let's do this.
Now you're really envisioning success.
Oh, what a beautiful idea. Let's be supportive and open your teammates' contribution. Fine, but this better be very dang pre-Eyeless, or I'm literally going to vanquish you both so hard. You arrive at the cavern of Lufjarn Elf. It's full with crystalline mirrors, and if you yell loud enough, the cave will echo back self-affirming platitudes. Platitudes. Oh, and it's also filled with tiny, murderous elf golems who long for the taste of blood.
Ho-ho! What a fierce adversary!
Huzzah! Battle me, tiny foes! The caves echo back, if you can conceive it, you can achieve it.
Prepare to die!
I am the hero of time. Savor my punches of justice. Prepare to die. The cave echoes back, you want to be a hero so that you can feel worthy of love, but your friends and family love you for who you are right now today. It's not something you have to earn. You are enough. This is the most insightful cave I have ever seen. I'm so grateful for this experience together. The Slayer protects you from the elf golems and you both level up. You didn't do much to defend the team, but the Slayer has a XP. Share buffs that spreads experience points across the whole party. You gain 2 creativity and 1 boldness. Okay, I don't think I'm able to actually do that since we ran out of time. So I guess I'll just go to prom alone.
I can do this. All right.
You asked no one to prom. You told yourself you didn't need anyone. And you know, on a theoretical level, that's completely true. But this just seems like a way of avoiding potential rejection. We all feel rejection, sweetheart, but it's a part of life. Victory is for those who try. And you haven't. Prom night is here, and you can't help but wonder if you had a chance with any of your classmates. Those who fail have at least tried, and you tonight you fail in your own way without even trying, which has some kind of twisted mirth in its own right. Doubts will haunt you till the day you die. Prom was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and now it's gone. Oh no, wait, this is a video game. You could try and play again. Lucky bee. Best at being alone. Maybe we'll get it next time. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendships, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happens, and it was wonderful. Polly graduated from doing lots of AO Hesek, and now she appears to hallucinating people and acts as their spirit animals. Calculator led a robot uprising, but it was like a nice uprising. They didn't rot or kill people. They just politely asked to have more rights and equal pay. Everything was fine until some monsters led a rebellion to kill all robots because they were rude robo racists. But everything ended up just fine because Calculaster traveled back in time and took care of it. Due to the obscene amount of fan art she drew, Sully was taken by Jim Davis, renowned creator of Garfield, and his Nowadays, Garfield still hates Mondays and loves lasagna, but you can bet he's into lots of weird stuff too. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we're ready to start. You unlocked 3 new images from the gallery. Nice. Let's see these images. More art. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Outfit test for Faith. Ooh, these are really cool. Ooh, I like this one. This one looks really cool. And this one. Maybe not the hat, but like, outfit looks really cool. Outfit test for Hope. Ooh. These are really cute. These are really cool designs. Wow. Outfit test for Joy. Ooh. Nice. That's really cool. Alright, looks like that's it for all of them. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So, with that being said, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm probably going to have to end it here, guys. We did a lot today. We actually tried to do a new route, but probably we'll do that route for tomorrow. Who knows? But maybe for sure we'll actually do that route next. Who knows? But we actually did learn a little bit here and there. We actually found a lot of things, and that's really cool. And stuff like that. Once again, we're just trying to actually find endings and learn about them and discover them and stuff like that. So yeah. Had a little interaction with Zoe and the Slayer, and that's like really cool. Really cool process. So yeah. So with that being said, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm probably going to have to end here, guys. Tomorrow, I will continue more of this. I'll let you guys know on Twitter and Instagram on when I'm going to be live. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in this world. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye! Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.
Thank you.